Hello everybody and welcome back to the Youth Academy Save with Guiseley AFC on Football Manager 2023, and we are at the halfway point of the season and it's turned pretty badly. Not terribly badly, but we do find ourselves in 17th when the last episode we came back and we were comfortably top half. Maybe not comfortably, but we're definitely top half. But yes, it's been a bit of a shocker. The fact that we went the whole month of November without a win is probably summing up why we've tumbled down the table so much. It's been difficult. Last episode, this will sum it up for you folks. The last episode was Tamworth. We won 3-2. It was a lovely game on camera. I remember saying how good it was to have such an exciting game on camera. After that, we lost 3-1 to Boston, 3-2 to Braintree, 3-2 to FC United of Manchester, drew 3-3 with Gloucester, drew 1-1 with Telford, drew another 3-3, this time with Brackley. Then we had a bit of respite in the FA Trophy second round and we beat Bishop's Stortford 4-2. Came back from that and lost 1-0 to Chorley in the league. Came back from that 2-2 with Kidderminster in the league. Beat bottom of the league Hereford 2-1. Wasn't even convincing. FA Trophy though, smashed it, didn't we? Beat Solihull Moors. Solihull Moors are in the league above us, so that's now two teams we've beaten in the FA Trophy, which is lovely. It was the FA Cup, wasn't it? We lost to Barrow. Sorry, apologies. But we have beaten Solihull Moors, who are in the division above us, and we followed that up with a 2-0 loss to league leaders Spennymoor, and followed that up with a 3-2 loss to Hitchin Town. So it's been very exciting, and we are in quite a bit of trouble right now. Form-wise, it's absolutely abysmal. We've had one league win in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. One league win in 11 games. Now, I'm not blaming myself tactically. I think if it wasn't for the tactics and the changes and the implementations we've been doing, these games wouldn't be so close. The games are very, very close when we're losing. 3-2, 3-2, 1-0, 2-0 against league leaders. They battered us 3-2. I think it literally is coming down to player tiredness, and that is absolutely killing us with such a small squad. The good news about that is that we've had our preview of our youth intake, and it's a golden generation, obviously, because all of our players are absolutely turd, so it's not going to be hard to probably get a crop of youngsters in that are better than this. But luckily, lots of positions coming in with what is going to be classed as an A-rated player. Most excited about centre-back because Sikora looks like he's off at the end of the season, if not before. We had a bid from Chesterfield from them that we rejected. It's made him a little bit unhappy, but he seems to be a little bit over that now. Yeah, I mean, thank God for that youth intake preview being like A's, because we are in a tough position. However, there is a good bit of good news that we can sprinkle into this. We have renewed contracts of quite a lot of people, as you can see. Everyone from Spencer Harris up has a renewed contract for another year, which is good. Ross Daly wants a new contract, but wants to be an important first-team player, which I think is just nonsense, so he's not going to get one. Ethan Vaughan won't agree to a new contract. He thinks that he's above our level of football, as does George Sikora. And Luke Dean is another one who's 32, wants to be an important first-team player, but I don't think he's ever going to be he probably will be while our squad's so low, but next year probably won't. And Lewis Gardner won't agree to a new contract because he's still, for some reason, transfer listed, even though it's not my doing, but he's not very good anyway. So we're hoping and praying that when the youth intake actually arrives and we get them all on trial, there are some very good people in there. That is the hope. That is, fingers crossed, that is what we need. But today we're taking on Curzon Ashton, which is the 24th game of our league season as we sit in 17th. And we have tumbled, we can look at this, right? We have tumbled down the table quite dramatically, according that we went first after the first game of the season, and we were third after the fifth game of the season. It's been pretty, we have a little spike of recovery, and then it's down, a spike of recovery, then it's down, a spike of recovery, then it's down. So I'm hoping for a little spike of recovery now. And we are playing Curzon Ashton, who are only just above us. So the interesting thing which is happening in this save right now is that the table is so congested. Forget about Hereford at the bottom on 12 points. Even Hitchin on 17 are probably a bit far away. Maybe Leamington on 19 as well. But Braintree are on 23. There's 5 points between Braintree and us. And then there's 5 points between us and Alfrington in mid-table in 12th. So it's so... And then Alfrington have... What's that? 5 points up to Southport. So there's actually 10 points. 3 wins is separating us in 17th and Southport in 8th, which is just bonkers. It's such a congested middle of the table. Spennymoor have been top for pretty much the whole season, I think. Yeah, they started poorly and then just went top and haven't looked back. Boston have been up there as well all the way. FC United and Manchester have sort of come out of nowhere to have a challenge for the playoffs as well. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. And I'm keeping up with everyone on the forum story as well. And so many people are like, yeah, England's tough because there's so many people that can, other clubs that bring in like Premier League rejects and older players that help them out. And you've just got to rely on your youth intake and hope that you get someone good. It's tough, but I will say I am really enjoying it, approaching a save where you can't just go and buy something or find someone you need. You have to think of the squad and think of what you're doing in training and stuff like that. So Lewis Hay is another one. We've now got him training as a... Well, he was. I think I might have cancelled it because he's already is a... No, ball-winning midfielder on defend, and he has changed his preferred role to be a ball-winning midfielder on defend to give us another option in there. So... Yeah, it's really good fun. I'm really enjoying it. It is a bit of a struggle at the moment, but I'm hoping live back on camera we can go and get a win against Curzon Ashton. So let's dive into that one for the midway point of the season and see how we get on. It's also worth pointing out before we get into the game that we now have 3 formations to choose from. So we have our 4-1-3-2 or 4-4-2 sort of asymmetric system that we were using at the beginning of the season, which seems to have been tamed a little bit by the AI. They seem to be, that's when they scouted us or whatever, that's what they think we're going to play. So it's not always the best one to use. We've got our more defensive counter-attacking style, which is on a cautious mentality, really low defensive line and a low block, but we're getting stuck in as soon as they come over the halfway line, trying to get it out quickly to counter them. That's a sort of... If we've got a slender lead, we can switch to that and see if we can then punish them on the counter-attack. And then we've got our more forward, more positive thinking formation, which is a 4-2-3-1, but with a little bit of an asymmetric thing going on in the middle, which is a high press, higher defensive line. We want to get a goal. We want to start quickly, start fast, get a goal, that sort of thing. So that is what we're going to start with today because we're playing a team that is just around us in the table, and I think an early goal could be the difference maker. Okay, so we're going to line up with Trenary in goal, Vaughan, Harris, Sikora and Smith at the back, Daly and Dean in the middle, Crofts on the right, Chippendale in the middle, Walker on the left and Cassidy playing up top as that target forward. On the bench we've got youngster Adam Hoare, the striker, who's been scoring plenty of goals for us. Kazim, Hay, Collette and Eibel as well is there. 21 goals apiece for our 2 strikers. Adam Hoare, I was going to call him Hay, Adam Hoare did drop off a little bit in form. He had a little bit of a downward sort of turn. If we go back, so yeah, I mean, he got dropped for a couple of games where we didn't even play him. He was a substitute. But yeah, he was going through a bit of a rough patch, 6.4, 6.4, not getting played, 6.2, 6.2, 6.4, 6.1, 6.4. This sort of section here, which was ironically after the Tamworth game when we won and went on that losing streak, basically he didn't play well, we didn't score. So yeah, but luckily now Jake Cassidy has stepped up a little bit to the plate. So we're in a good position with Guiseley. I'm not as... Basically, if we don't get relegated, it's a good season. I do think we will have a bounce back towards the end of the season where we're not playing like Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. This period, November to January in the lower leagues is so difficult. You've got so many games. You've got the FA Trophy. You've got FA Cup qualifying. Games get waterlogged and postponed to the next day, which pushes you together. We've had Saturday and a Monday fixture like 3 or 4 times already, so it's pretty tough. Right, I'm fed up. I'm going to say I'm fed up with my hands together. I can't say it. I'm in my pockets. Hands on my hips. I'm fed up of our recent bad form. Go and change it. Point the finger. I have faith in you. I have faith. Get out there, Jake. Score us some goals. Let's see what we can do. Right, there is Guiseley. We know it's the 4-2-3-1. That's what we're going to call it. 4-2-3-1 asymmetric or whatever it is. But Curzon Ashton lining up in a 4-2-3-1. Okay, spot on. Okay, so it's going to be quite a match of shapes here. Now, our 4-4-2 does generally work quite well against that shape. So we're going to see how this game starts. As I said, I want the early goal. That's why we've lined up in our slightly more higher pressing, higher attacking shape, because we want to go and press them straight away. Right, into the opposition instructions. We are going to go straight away onto press and tightly mark Piers, who is 5'10". Let's encourage some crosses, please. Lonsdale, we don't know his favoured foot. We do have a scout now scouting upcoming opposition, but it's clearly not working. So he's a right footer. So yeah, let's force both of those guys onto their... So if we go like this, like... not you. You. Put you onto place. So tackling hard. Yeah, we can put a bit of... Nah, I don't want to get someone sent off. Trigger press. I'm not fussed about pressing, but I want to keep the right midfielder on his right foot. I want to keep Rafael Garcia on his left foot. Matty Carson. The fullbacks, I still want to push them inside, I think. I think that's what we want to do with that one. And the other thing we want to do is, because they haven't got a really tall striker, we are going to ask us to trap inside. Well, let's trap outside and invite the crosses. Our centre-back should be able to deal with crosses in the air. I'm pretty confident of that against someone who's 5'11". We've got Sikora's... Harris isn't the tallest, but Sikora is an absolute giant. Right, Chippendale with a corner. What can he do here? Swings it loopy to the back post. Sikora has a header. The keeper's had a shocker. George Sikora, that's his third goal. We've had a lot of corners in this save, and he doesn't really score. So I'm glad we've got an early lead. Chippendale, just such a high corner to the back post, maybe to get it away from the keeper. Sikora does really well. He's not being marked by the tallest of people. And that is 1-0 Guiseley. Great start for that one. So 16th, we go up to 16th, but it is a throw-in now. McGregor, go on, swing a crossing. I dare you. I dare you. Swing a crossing. McGregor. Nope, that's not swinging a crossing, is it? That's allowing... Oh, my word, Chippendale. What a challenge, but bloody hell. That's... Yeah, that was a hard tackle, to say the least. Di Maio up to Keolan, into Lonsdale. Back to Di Maio again. That sounds like far too much of a fancy name to be playing in the National League North. Oh, my God, Trineri. I thought that was going to curl away from you and completely misjudged it. But he actually claims it quite well. Now, long ball up into Cassidy. Doesn't win it. Kilner with a header. Carson heads it down. Chippendale picks it up into Crofts. Oh, Walker tries to give it a left-footed drive. Oh, Nicky Walker. What a strike off the underside of the bar. That is... What a goal. What a goal. Carson headed it away. It fell to Chippendale. He put it into Crofts, tackled and cleared. Walker, one touch to control, on his right foot, on his left foot, round the goalkeeper, off the post. In it goes. What a goal and what a start for Guiseley. This is 2-0 up inside 14 minutes. We're not changing anything tactically at the moment. We want to keep this pressure on. Vaughan, ball in. Looking for Walker again. It's headed away. Carson's there. Robbed by Cassidy. Lays it back. Crofts shoots over the bar. Everyone wants involved in this one from Guiseley. And is this the momentum switcher? Is this the sort of game we needed to climb up that table? Ball in. Blocked. Falls to Dean. Puts a ball in towards Walker at the back post. Headed away. Lonsdale's there. He goes long, and that's what we want them to do. We want them to panic and hit it long. Their striker's a tiny guy compared to Sikora. And look at the difference in height. That's what we need. Right, it goes long again. Sikora's there to win another header. Vaughan just flicks it on. McGregor keeps it alive into Garcia. Curzon Ashton on the ball. Di Maio comes forward. Someone put a tackle in. Ah, rubbish shot. Oh, good block from Sikora. Maybe not a rubbish shot, but a good block from Sikora. And now it's a corner to McGregor. McGregor's going to swing this one in. It's headed away at the front post by Harris, which is lovely. Right down the other end straight away. Walker swings it in. Headed away, and there could be a counter-attack here. We left 3 men back, and they only had Piers who collected the ball and no one else to really help him. Now, Lonsdale's going on a bit of a run. Back to Keohan. Keohan to Kilner. Kilner back to Keohan again. Keohan to Lonsdale. Back to Keohan. Good possession this from Curzon Ashton. Ball in. Piers has won the header. After everything we said, he did win it against Neil Harris, who's not the tallest. But it is 2-0, and the highlights keep coming thick and fast. Vaughan into Chippendale. Oh, lovely reverse ball to Crofts. Tries to lay it back to Daly. Lonsdale's robbed him, though. And to be fair from Lonsdale, that was very good defending. Hancock is outpaced by old man Harris at the back. Trineri. That's what we want you to do, goalkeeper. Keep it simple. Out to the left and the right fullback. That's fine. This is good football. Keep the ball, boys. This is nice. Someone's going to hoof it. There we go. It was always going to happen. But he's actually put a lovely ball into Walker. Squares it, looking for Cassidy. Doro heads it away. It's still kept alive. Walker with another chance for the cross. Right-footed to Chippendale. Squared. Cassidy. Crofts. Oh, it's 3. It's such a well-worked move. I honestly thought the opportunity had gone, but Crofts, who has been losing out to Kazim on that right-hand side quite a lot this season, or this latter bit of the first half of the season, is on the score sheet. I don't think it was Cassidy that actually squared that. I think it was a bobble off the defender, but Crofts doesn't care. It's 3-0 to Guiseley. We'll give him some praise as Crofts comes forward again into Harris. He's got time just to put his foot on the ball and not worry about it. Crofts down the line, not the best ball. Doro intercepts up to Pierce. Sikora's always going to win that header. Walker, ball through. Cassidy, it's 4! His 22nd goal of the season in the 24th game of the league is 4-0 to Guiseley. Not even half an hour played. The camera has given us luck. It's not normally like that. Normally you play on camera and get absolutely trolloped. But it's in. Cassidy, first time finish. Keeper's Adam Air. 4-0. We have turned this around, hopefully, this season. Hopefully this is it. Hopefully this is the spark we needed to reignite our season. It started so well. And that 7-0 win, this has got sort of hallmarks. He looked offside there, ref. I think it's played on because we've got the ball. But this is sort of hallmarks of that 7-0 win over Hitchin on the first day. Walker into Cassidy. Oh, it's a good volley, but over the bar. So Trineri with the ball in his hands. He's got a couple of easy options, but he's going to go long. Chippendale's going to hope there's a missed header, but it's not. Di Maio picks it up over the top, looking to Garcia. Garcia brings it down. Ball in towards Piers. It's a good header. Again, if he pulls off Sikoro, he's getting a lot of chances, to be fair. Walker with a free kick down the other end. He's hit the bar. He's curled a spectacular effort there, Walker, and he's hit the bar. Keeper was beaten all ends up. Smith keeps it alive into Cassidy. Back to Dean. He fancies a go from range. It's terrible. Renshaw with a long kick forward. It's one in the air by Sikora. Cassidy just hooks it forward and gets it away from trouble. As playing really well in this positive shape. I wanted to go positive because they're around us in the table, and I thought it would make sense, and it's paying dividends at the moment. Trineri just gets a bit of hoofball happening in the National League North at the moment as it's put forward. Sikora holds it down to Dean. Over the top looking for Walker. Walker in behind. Squares it. Chippendale. Oh, Chippendale. He's probably been my player of the first half of the season so far. I know all the goals have come from Cassidy and Hoare, but Chippendale's just been a little bit of an unsung hero this first half of the season. He's done really, really well for us. For a player that was not really highly rated and was actually a fringe player, I think was the contract he had. He's come in and done really well, and he's sort of switched between attacking midfield, holding midfield, central midfield, but he has done a really good job, as have the whole team in that first half. That was, I've got to say, that is as good a first half as I think we're going to see. No changes at half time, obviously. We're absolutely flying. We're going to double down on the positive reinforcement as well and give them some praise as soon as we kick off. And it's good to see the team playing good football, especially when the camera's on. It's been irritating. 1 win in 8 league games or something. It was absolutely incredible. Walker comes forward. Ball to the back post. Crofts is there. That one's easy for Renshaw to catch. He'll probably be relieved. He's had a shot straight at him, to be honest. Corner ball. Walker's going to swing this one on. Can he find? Sikora's being marked by such a small person, and it's backfired for them again. And he's hit the bar. Maybe it was a save. I'm not too sure. But they are making a change now. Tour on for Garcia. And I think they've literally just done a like-for-like swap there. I don't think they've changed shape at all as it comes in. Daly attacks it from range, and Renshaw touches it onto the post. This could have been 7 already. This could have been 7-0. We are playing some lovely football, creating great chances at the moment. This is, oh my word, we're absolutely battering. No shots on target. We've got an XG of 1.06 and we've scored 4 goals. Ouch, that's going to hurt. Trineri just takes his time on the ball into Sikora. He goes long looking for Walker, who's come in from his wing. Daly picks it up to Cassidy. Cassidy's got some time. Walker, give it back to Cassidy. He does. Great 1-2. Cassidy shoots. Cassidy scores. It's 5-0. It's 5-0. His 100th league career goal, that was, for Jake the Butch Cassidy, as is being called in the comment section. And lovely, lovely stuff. Cassidy laid it off here to Walker, saw the run, gave it the give and go. In it went, and a right-footed, powerful effort from close range. Keeper has no chance. 5-0 Guiseley. And it's at times like this I'm happy my throat is feeling a little bit better, to be honest, because this would have been a nightmare to commentate with all these highlights and all these goals and all this excitement if I'd still had a really raging sore throat. But it is better than what it was. Thank you for all the comments in the Discord to see how I was doing. Is a ball in. Cassidy with a header. It could have been his hat-trick. It could have been his hat-trick. Walker on that left-hand side. A 9.8, having a storming game. Chippendale with the corner. Again, they've got a small guy marking the big guy at the back post, and Renshaw makes the save. Yeah, they haven't cottoned on to our corner routine yet, have they? They're not really clicking for that one as Tor tries to get on the end of that. Smith wins it. Dean up to Crofts. Crofts looking a crossfield pass to Walker. Defender's left it. Walker's got it. Swings across in. Chippendale flicks it on. It's a diving header clearance, which is great to see in the animations. Daly keeps it alive into Crofts. Crofts, it's a terrible shot from range, that. Terrible. It's a throw into Vaughan. Chippendale tries to put the cross in, but it's blocked, and Carson comes forward. I think what we've done really well is we've not seen, I'm about to jinx it because their strikers running through on goal one-on-one, but a great save from Trineri, who's also signed the new contract, which I'm delighted to say. I think where we've been forcing them out wide and encouraging them to put crosses in, it's really made us narrow in defence, and they've not been able to create anything. And because they don't have a tall striker, or they didn't, I don't know who Tor is anymore, but they didn't. It's working so well. We're winning everything as soon as they go long. So Cross, try to loop it over to the other wing again. Walker's there. He's got support from Smith. First time cross. Chippendale, good save from Renshaw. And with, 7 minutes to go, we can even look at looking to rest players that are just looking tired. So Sikora looks very tired. He can come off. The other one would be Vaughan. We don't really have a right back, which is why I'm hoping we get a good prospect actually at right back. That would be very handy. We could put Smith to right back and bring on Kellett there, but I don't really want to. We'll rest Smith. He's played a lot of football this season. And we'll take Cassidy off. He's on a hat-trick, but we'll take him off and give Hoare a run out up front as the advance forward, which will just give him something different to think about, a bit more pace rather than height and target man-esque system. As Daniels over the corner, we have been very susceptible from defensive corners, but Trenny gets a good punch on that one, tries to put it back in. There's the clearance, and Hoare. Oh no, it's Walker. Walker's the man we kept up front from the corner. He's hit the post. He's hit the foot of the post. What a counter-attack that would have been. Oh, that would have been like the system coming into exactly what we want it to do. Dean, Vaughan, into cross, but Carson's read it, and now there is a 2-on-1 situation. Step up if he tries to make the pass. It's good defending, actually, to force him wide. Exactly what we want. And a poor pass is picked up by Dean in midfield. Dean runs to the right-hand side. Put a cross in. Can you find your attacker in there? It's Hoare who's going to try and challenge, but he's not very tall. And it was easy for Matthews as Vaughan has been done on that side. Daniels comes forward with it. He's still going. Cuts it back to Tor. And it's going to say that has to be a goal from there. And Argent Tor means that, Trineri and his defenders aren't getting a clean sheet bonus, which I'm not that much against because we need to sort out. The finances are in okay shape, actually, to be honest. They're not in a dreadful shape. We just always need to make sure that we're doing okay financially wise so that we can go professional, invest in facilities and stuff like that. But full time, 5-1 to Guiseley. The camera, you turn it on, look at that XG. That is absolutely bonkers. Nicky Walker, 9.8. Lovely, lovely stuff. We even managed to rest some people. Superb. That sound you hear is everyone who wrote us off backtracking. What a performance. Everyone's delighted. Absolutely cracking. What a game. So it does put us above Curzon Ashton up into 16th. A little bit more breathing space to the relegation zones. And 4 points off mid-table Telford. So and a game in hand actually on that one, which is very good to see. A lovely performance. One that I think we've been deserving of it in our gameplay and in our matches. It's just we haven't had the cutting edge, or there's been lapses in defence, and we made it work. And Ryan Gaskell, who still doesn't have a relationship with us, is here to ask us some questions. Are you confident that the chairperson shares your ambitions for the club? Absolutely. Such a positive result must have gone down well with you, with the players be getting a day off. Yes, because they're part-time, so they're not training tomorrow anyway. What a performance and what a win. You have to be pleased. I'm absolutely delighted, mate. Jake Cassidy frustrated by didn't take him off when he was on a hat-trick. The team trumps the individual every time, even when in this case there was a small post Jake could have to. If he's more concerned about it, he's like, look, it was nothing really. I'm sure you can find more interesting questions. Yes. George Sikora's strike, it was a header, gave you an early lead. Do you feel it would be a good day for your side when that one get in? Yeah, good. An early goal is always good. It's good. He's been working on his goal scoring. How much did you enjoy? Nicky Walker was absolutely outstanding today. Sikora did well. Is it likely to swell the potential interest surrounding him? I think there's definitely some pull from elsewhere. I'm not too sure whether we can keep him long term. I don't think he'll be going anywhere in a hurry, particularly if he keeps putting in performances like that. Nope, we're not going to do any more transfers. Yep, we're not going for Sam Taylor, whoever that is. You've used just 17 players so far this season, the lowest in the National League North. Can you explain why the figure is so low? We don't have the rotation depth that other teams do. I think that is the honest and truthful answer. And I'm hoping that when we get our youngsters, they come through and help us. Nicky Walker, 1 goal and 2 assists. You were superb with your chances creation, mate. Absolutely superb. Right, we're close to mid-table again. We're on the charge. Hopefully that turns it around. The next video will be when we are well in deep into the season. We'll be around here somewhere, I think. We'll be 3/4 of the way through the season on the next time we come back, and we'll have some updates for the league. If you want to check the forums as well, I'll put the link in the description again. You can track it there where there's more images and showing updates of players and that sort of thing. It goes into sort of a detail that will be alongside this save, and there'll be an update for every beginning of season, middle of season and end of season on the forums, and there will be these videos that happen, basically 4 videos a season whilst we're getting into the fact of getting youth development through and stuff like that. But yeah, it's looking positive. I mean, let's have a rethink of those predictions that you put in the first video where I said, where do you think we'll finish? Now you've seen us to the halfway point. Have another prediction. Where do you think we're going to finish in the league this season? Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.